I believe college athletes should be paid. They have one of the hardest jobs on earth. They're expected to be a college student, an athlete, and a member of their community. College athletes make college sports great. No one would watch college sports if it was just a bunch of subpar athletes, but they watch it because all of the athletes that someday will be in the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, and a lot of MLB will be in college. So it's a really great to watch, and that's where all the revenue from college sports comes from. Is from the TV contracts, the media contracts, stuff like that. So college athletes are in a way making colleges money, and I feel that if they're making a college money, then they should be getting a part of that. Not only are college athletes doing the work, they are they're expected to do two jobs at once. They have to be an athlete and an academic student. Being a student, they have to have a full college curriculum to be allowed to play in most sports, and then they have to have all passing grades, otherwise, they're ineligible and not allowed to play. So, between those two, that's almost a full time job. And then, and then on top of that, they have to travel multiple hours, sometimes days, on road trips and to play away games, and then even home games. They're expected to have practices before the game. All right. Next, if we're going to require college athletes or athletes that are great in high school to play in college before they go to the NBA, the the MLB, or other professional sports, then we might as well pay them because they are risking their future career playing college basketball. Michael Jr. Porter, who plays for Missouri, ruined his messed up his leg in the first game of his college career. He is going to be drafted this fall here, thank goodness, because he was a great player in high school. If we have a rule that requires basketball players to play 1 year and college football players to play 4 years before they can go to the NFL and earn millions of dollars, we have to pay them something in college. Otherwise, it's just a risk that none of them want to take, which no one wants to see that. So, if we're going to require them to stay in college for 1 year like basketball or 4 years like football, they need to be paid. Next on the list, college programs are no um, are used to paying out large sums of money, especially to the coaches. And all the coaches do is sit there and game plan. If they're going to get paid millions of dollars to coach and game plan, then why are the actual players who are risking their health and their future careers on that court not getting paid? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, D1 coaches for football average $1.6 million a year. That's all D1 coaches average. The top D1 coach in the world or in the U.S. right now is Saban from Alabama. He earns $11 million every year he coaches there. And then D1 basketball. D1 basketball coaches earn a little less than $2 million on average. The highest earner for D1 basketball is Coach K from Duke. He earns $8.6 million a year, and he's coached there for 40 years. He has one of the greatest histories there, but let alone he's still getting paid all the money, and his athletes are getting paid nothing. So after you look at all this and you go, well, it's pretty obvious that athletes should be getting something. They are putting their future careers, their health and their wellness on the line. I don't see why they shouldn't get paid. So I think how college athletes should get paid is we have a minimum payment of 10K, $10,000 for every D1 athlete, and then above that, if a college sees it fit, they can pay up to 1% of a program's revenue per year to an athlete and team. This would make sense because not every D1 school has a great program in every sport. If you have a great program in football and you want to pay your football players because they make your program great, then you're allowed to do that. But if you don't think they earn it, then they shouldn't get paid and you don't pay them. At the same token, if you're a college player and you're good, you're going to go to a school that's going to pay, which is going to keep people incentivized to go to good schools. So if you do this, it also helps because it keeps a minimum payment for everyone that everyone should be able to live on, and scholarships pay for most of the education side. This is just paying for all the personal needs and wants. Um, Thank you for hearing my plan. I think this is definitely something that needs to happen. College athletes are the future of our professional sports, and I think that they need to be paid for their contributions in college.